Here we are. Today's session will be a limited time, but I'll hope to get something done. Checking
I feel
some,
like
whoops, got
perfect.
some bad audio going here. Sorry about that. Okay. There we go. Got the 112 science right now, well, so nothing to do about any upgrades at the moment. Let's see. I would like to actually put a probe out to Duna. I've got some good lookup tables for finding good orbits and such, correction, a good delta V for traveling to Duna. Let's try 2,500. Okay, boosting the bitrate here a little bit. Let's see. I've got a good page for delta V planning. It looks like this. And here you just click where you're going from the surface of Kerbal to Duna. Let's say for a low orbit 60 kilometers. Delta V 5,540 meters per second. So, thinking of building a little probe going to Duna. Perhaps I would like to have two parts, one lander and one that stays in orbit. That would have been preferable. Let's have a good probe to start off with. There we go. Now, some electricity. Put a battery on top. So I'll start with the part which will be orbiting. Some fuel tanks, smaller size fuel tank. Oh, maybe one will be enough just to make adjustments. Little engine, spark. Let's see. So, decoupler. Now underneath, another probe. Perhaps we'll have to save this as a separate probe. Solar panels. I think we gotta go with the bigger tank. With a risk of this being heavy, but this will be the top of the vessel. Okay, now solar panel. 3x2 or 1x6. Let's go with the 3x2. Perhaps dual. An antenna. This will be staying in orbit, so we'll go with a retractable. One of those should do it. Well, not the prettiest thing ever created, perhaps. And here comes the decoupler. Oh. The engine and the decoupler, like so. Underneath, let's put another probe. So we'll save this as a sub-assembly. Is this done? Does this... Well, we better put some science on this too. Yeah. Let's put some science on this thing. Okay. Okay, maybe I should do this bigger. Think bigger. Use a hell of a rocket instead. Because do we need... yeah, you know, it's the more science stuff. Guess we want it. And if we have that one, we might as well... then we're sizing up already. We could use the service bay to put the rest of the experiments inside. We're gonna ditch this whole thing. Science. How about 2 of those? How about... maybe we should duplicate this whole thing to make the lander. And 1 thermometer on the inside. Nope. Where can we place this? I like to have things inside if possible. When possible. Oh, like that. There we are. Now that's not very pretty. And some the pressure thing right there. Close it. Put the electrical equipment on the outside. One there and one here. Like that. And the antenna. Right in the middle there. Okay. That's the old engine. We'll ditch that, and we'll need a small tank. So this will be a lot bigger than I first had planned. That's monopropellant tanks. We don't need those. We'll need... nope, not Rockomax. FLT100. This is just for orbit burns, and we'll go with the Terrier. Okay, that's probably it. How much electricity? That one is 200. should be enough. Might send data in parts instead, but that's okay. And a decoupler. So here we are. Now we're gonna save this. Let's call this Mars Orbiter. Subassembly. The selected part is not attachable. Huh? Yay! Did I just toss it all away? Oh my lord. Undo. Why can't I drop this into the subassembly? The selected part is not attachable. Do I need a docking thing on the top, perhaps? Okay, let's try this. Oh. Subassemblies. No. Okay, maybe we can just continue instead. Okay. Let's continue. So the next part will be a similar probe. We can remove the docking node. Yeah, now we're gonna have to build this downwards. We could use a docking node, like so. I think that's a good way to do it. And this is the lander. So now we're building the lander. So we need some fuel tanks on this. We're gonna need some science stuff. And some... I'm not sure about... Well, yeah, we're gonna need parachutes as well. Now, can we mount a parachute? It's gonna have to be radial. Will this work as a stage if I do it like this? Probably. So I'll stage it, and this is the next stage. And then I'll have a good parachute. Maybe not such a big one. This is where it gets... This is where the problems start. Now, why can't I drop this into subassembly? I'm gonna have to search for this. Most people, the first thing to do is they grab a fuel tank. That fuel tank is the root of the build. When you create the sub-assembly, the detachable part needs to be like a separator, decoupler, clamptron, and that part has to be the root of the assembly build. In the VAB SPH, top left, there are icons. There's a root icon. Click that, click any part of the structure, click the separator. And that's the reroute. Select, so let's click the separator. Yeah, there we go. And let's call this Duna Orbiter. So, and now we're gonna build the lander separately. Okay, we're gonna have to start over, I guess. Let's do that. Okay, getting a little crazy right now. Okay, let's start all over. Nope. Yeah. So this is the lander. We're gonna have a battery on this one as well. on top. A fuel tank, small one, perhaps 2. Solar panel, 3x2s, 2 of them. Antenna, retractable, but we might want to be able, oh no, well let's put a retractable on this as well. Hopefully we'll be able to use the orbiting probe as a relay. And a engine for braking this thing. Let's hope that'll be enough. Okay. Some landing gear. These are way too big. Let's go with a smaller one. 3 or 4. Gonna have to replace the antenna, just one of those. Like that. Now we got a problem with maybe we'll be fine with just a single solar panel. I hope it'll work, probably. So we'll have to look at it in the extended position. Now some science. And probably RCS 2. No, it's a we'll be landing with the chute, so. And it's an atmosphere on Duna, so probably no RCS there. Something like that. Got some signs on it, at least. So this is the Duna probe lander. No. Drop this into subassembly as well, so we got them separated. And the same thing there, we have to reroute it. Nope. We need a separator. Let's put a separator on it. Small one. Like so, and now reroute. Select that one. And go to subassemblies. Put the thing in. Duna probe lander. Probe lander. So let's remove the thing. Open. Now let's build a whole rocket, and we'll start with the Duna probe. Already made one, actually, but it's called the Duna probe. But I sent it to Eve instead. Should rename that one. So here we go. Decoupler on this thing. Or perhaps, yeah. Decoupler. Go to subassemblies. No, not the MUN probe. but the Duna probe lander. Now how do we fit this thing in here? Maybe we need the... no. How will this work? No. Be able to dock. So if we create a payload, oh, structural, how will I get this thing in here? I have no idea. I can put it on top. Yeah, okay. Since it's got the decoupler already on it. And that has a docking node. Well, there's no logic in having the docking node there, but that's okay. That's a good assembly. And I guess here we can put the protective thing. See? This will work. I hope. And now attach that one. So that's the double stage. Here we go. And they can separate now. Yep. Let's make that a separate staging. And the that engine is not the same. Okay, so we'll have a parachutes in the last, and these shells should also be separated, like so. Now to get this thing up all the way to Duna, I'm gonna look at my charts here. So, from the surface of Kerbal to a low orbit of Duna, it requires delta V 5,540 meters per second. So that's what we need. I'm gonna go a little bigger now. I'm gonna stage this up. Perhaps, perhaps I'll have another stage before sizing it up. because this one will be only for maneuvering the orbit, and I'll use another stage in the same diameter as a to get it all the way up there. Okay. Let's see. Another tank. That one, and a good old engine. Nope. They're reliant on that one. And now comes this coupling. $1600 delta V. Okay, let's see. A little smaller. Because the burn will not be, since once we've passed the sphere of influence of Kerbal, that will be, it won't be such huge delta V changes. Okay, let's see. This is getting heavy. Perhaps this is the wrong way to go. Maybe we should continue and just stack it up in a yeah, we should do the medium size thing. Medium size. The Rocco axis, the way we have to do it. Okay, let's see. We're up in. I'm gonna extend this a little further. then put some good machinery engines on here. The mainsail is pretty good, 4,831 meters per second. That's good. Let's put some boosters on the sides and some for control. I like to use these. Thud to provide a gimbal. Although this one does have gimbal, the mainsail. Okay, we don't need those. Okay, let's put some boosters. Perhaps 2 will be enough. 2 kickbacks. $5,626. How much did we need? 5,540, so we just got it. Let's hope the aerodynamics doesn't mess it up. 625. Structural, just some kind of the strut connector. Put it up there. Oops. No. Come on. Right down the middle. Like that. Okay. Let's see. Maybe some more aerodynamic things on this. Those. Just for the lower atmosphere part. Make it orange. Okay. Wonder how it'll fly. Let's check our... Oops, the... center of the aerodynamic is a bit low. It should be ahead. No! I got 3. I need 4. Okay. It's very tall. Okay, let's look at the staging. We're gonna need some support structure too. Let's put these on, 2 of those. Fairly high up. And 2 lower here. Okay, looks good. Now the staging sequence. First to release the structural, the tower, and ignite the boosters, and ignite the mainsail. Then we'll drop the boosters, then we'll drop the whole sail and the tank, ignite the Reliant, we'll put the protective casing on a separate. Okay, then we got these separations. These 2 separations should absolutely not be on the same. Okay, here we go. Mainsail, and then ditch that stage. Ignite the orbital stage. And we got that on a separate, and this is separating the 2 different probes. Where's the yes, of course the orbital engine will stay on the orbit probe. Okay, and then we got the landing engine and the But now, look at this, we're down to 565. But I think that's due to the towers, perhaps? Something happens sometimes with the delta V. I don't understand. The planned delta V here, it changes when you do certain things, and which is not necessarily adding stuff. So let's see. 5,600. Oh, okay, maybe it's these. 5,100. Well, they do their part. Okay, maybe we'll just extend this stage a little. I wonder how stable this thing will be. $5,491, that's very close. It's 5,540 is what we need. So what we're gonna do, we need some, perhaps put some additional thrust on the main stage here. Let's see what we can do. Let's build something. Put those away. Let's put the fins away. I don't really want to add boosters, more boosters, just engines on this thing. Aerodynamics, about 2 of those as coverings. Let's move them in board, like so. Now, can we add engines to this? Reliance. It doesn't really work with that one, but let's pretend. But it actually got the delta V down. It's a lot bad thrust to weight ratio on the engine. 5,513. Very close. I guess the swivel will be even worse. 5,269. I don't know if we got anything really good enough. Perhaps we need some more boosters instead. And I don't like boosters because dropping them is a problem. I don't have a good separator thrust. How about adding 2 thumpers then? 5,300, that's not good. This looks very flimsy in the design right now, it's too tall. Maybe if we build ourselves a fluid engine, let's see. No, not Rocco Max, but Okay, 800 tanks. A couple of those. Let's see. Just a little boost and a good engine. Well, the skipper's not. Whoops, the Reliant. 5,520. Okay, make this burn a little longer. There we go. 5,654. $649. Now, $634. Okay, 619. I think we're good. And the staging sequence is all messed up again. These should all fire at the same time. The booster should drop, and those should drop in separate stages. And which one will burn first? The liquid probably, but it'll throttle down too, so perhaps the boosters will burn first. I don't know. Let's see. Perhaps I should leave the auto staging off for the mech jet launch. First the boosters, then those, then the main tank. Ignite, next stage, drop, ignite, drop the casing. I'll do when I'm in this out of the atmosphere, and all those things. Okay, I think we're ready for a test launch. The Duna probe. See, now it dropped back again. It's when I change the staging for some reason. The delta V drops back 5559. So it's very much on the hair. And look at those, they are sticking into the thing. Well, let's give it a try. This might be a big disaster. Let's try it. Whoops, got some gamma thing going on here. Revert back to launch. Sorry about that. Here we are. Everything looking good. Now we're gonna put this into orbit first. Ascent guidance up to an orbit of about, let's make it 102. We'll be fine by. And a 0 inclination. Auto warp. I'll deploy everything else. Angle attack. Okay, let's do that. Let's make it 25,000. The limit HQ. Okay, let's try it. This will probably not work at the first try. But who knows? Let's see. 3, 2, 1. Something happened right off the bat. Weird start. Perhaps a sequence. I don't know if they actually do start at the same time, or if they do start in the way you put them. Okay, it's limiting down now, but they still get positive acceleration. That's okay. Starting the turn, gravity turn. Checking the fuel, the solids will go first. So that's correct. Okay, throttling back up. Solid fuel almost ready for staging. This will have to be on the money to get to the destination with our current setup. Perhaps I'll have to extend these, otherwise that'll could fix the problem. I think it flies pretty stable, I have to say. So coming up for... Okay, we're already in set for orbit insertion. That's really good. It flew pretty good, I have to say. Now here's a problem, of course. No RCS, and the reaction wheel will not be working. I'll have to put a... So here we go into trouble. And I also forgot to put RCS on the lander. But no, we decided not to. This is a little sad that there is no control of the spacecraft. Revert to the vehicle assembly. We're gonna need to put in some kind of reaction wheel. Do we have a big one? Yes. And this will sadly make our entire... Let's put it underneath here. This will make our entire beautiful delta V go below the limit. So we're gonna make this a little taller. Let's hope that will work. FLT, let's just put 2 of those on top. And the aerodynamic 592, that's good. 587. Got 40 meters per second delta V extra. I wonder if it'll be able to... That's for the entire craft. Will I have power inside the stage to brake down to a landing? That's what I wonder. If we put this... Well, let's do it like this. One more. $653. Want to have some lead. $649. That's okay. Something like this. No. Sticks into the oops. 649. It sticks into the... And I'm also gonna need some struts. Now. On the other boosters. My liquid fuel boosters. It'll... might as well. Okay, Save it. 641. Decouple, decouple. Okay. Save, launch. Here we go again. Okay, so the autopilot worked pretty good at this current settings. Let's see. I'll have a quick save. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. The liftoff went smoother this time. Let's see how good the reaction wheel will work. No RCS on this craft. Okay, coming up on throttling down. Here we go. Still going up the acceleration. Coming up for the gravity turn. Turning. Pitch over. In good position for the jettison. Throttling back up, passing max Q. Coming up on staging. Ready to drop the boosters. Solid fuel. Coming up. Powerful engine. Here we go. Got a good separation. I will not even drop these boosters yet. There we go. Thanks to that good old mainsail. It's a powerful engine. Sorry about these. Annoying. Can't turn it off at the moment. Okay. So that's a good thing. We got some control. Yes, it's very flimsy, but it works. Electrical charge is okay. Coming up on the circulation burn. In about a minute and a half, it'll have to pitch down right now. Okay, let's deploy the protective shell. There's a beautiful lander on the top and our orbiting stage underneath. I hope this has enough delta V to brake from the orbit down, but I doubt that would be any problem. Okay. The burn time's 39 seconds. Should start the burn at T minus 20, roughly about T minus 20. So come on. 15 seconds. Very slow, of course, it's a big mass, large mass of the vehicle. I'm rolling it over manually. Try to get some symmetry. Okay, there we go, that's the thrust. Looks good. Perhaps we got some extra delta V here. Now this is a probe, we'll need to have the communications and power going after this burn before we burn towards Mars. Correction, Duna. sense camera changing there. Okay, perfect. That went actually a lot better than I thought. And these ones lasts longer, but they got their own fuel, so they're all closed system. But we'll keep them on. A little extra weight to put all the way to Duna. I think that's one of the mathematical things you have to think of when you plan things like this. But okay, that's our big and thin rocket right there. And I haven't done any action groups, haven't really gotten into that, but I understand the logic of it. So here we got some electrical charge going, and we need a antenna. Like that. SAS is on. 420 electrical charge, that's looks good. I'm gonna save this. Gonna save it as Duna mission. I'll probably not be able to finish the entire flight on this broadcast, but let's see. Because now we're gonna have a look at the planning for that trip. And I'm gonna use MechJeb. I've done a interplanetary travel manually once, and that's my goal, to be able to do everything manually once, and then I'll be able to use MechJeb to make things go a little faster. So let's see. Maneuver planner. Transfer to another planet. Let's select Duna. There we are. It's way off for the timing of this. But let's see. Transfer to another planet. At the next transfer window, create node. Let's see what it does. That's in 288 days and 11 minutes. So 1 minute 5 second burn, and that'll put us on all to save fuel, of course. Could do it if we had a massive rocket, we could do it right now. But we're on the money regarding the delta V on this vehicle. But before we do that, I'm gonna check the tracking station so that I make sure that I don't have any missions that'll fail due to time warping 288 days. But we got the space lab. The only manned piece I've got going is the space lab 1, and I got 2 probes around Eve. Not doing much there. There's one of them that I'd like to land, but I don't think I'm not sure if that vehicle will make the landing. But let's have a look at the space lab is okay. It'll do its thing. So okay, let's speed up. 288 days. Okay, let's go back to our probe, the Duna 1, and it's got the time going there, 288 days, 10 minutes to the planned but not executed node. So I'm gonna select execute and see if it'll do the time warp automatically. Okay, let's go to the map. Auto warp, execute next node. Already now, 288 days and 9 minutes before the burn, it'll put itself into the correct position. That's good. Slowly, using our small control wheel inside here. We got extra solar panels on the lander, if we should so require. Let's switch to map, but I think we have to go to the tracking station to speed up 288 days. Because this rate will not cut it, right? Switching to tracking station, and I'll speed up 288 days. So I'll have to look it up here. Let's see. Yeah, I can see it on this one. So let's speed up. Turn 62. Days left. 160 days left. 140. I wonder how many of my contracts will expire during this. Don't have too many active. 4 maybe. 80 days. 70, 60, 50, 40. Let's not miss this. 30. Okay, I'm gonna slow down now. 24 days. 23 days. 22 days. 21. 20 days, so at 435. 13 days. No orbital decay going on, at least that's good. 8 days. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay, slowing down now. 2 days. Let's go at this speed to get it down to the same day. Good thing it's only 6-hour days. I'm gonna save this right now. Don't want to redo this. Go to the probe. I'm gonna go back to the tracking station and do the final day, but I want to save. How's the electrical charge? Perfect. Burned a lot of fuel already. Save Duna. Okay, back to the tracking station. Burn off this last day in the time warp. Then I got about 15-20 minutes to get this thing going as far as possible. A lot faster. Okay, 2-1. 1 hour, 5 days, 4 hours, 5 hours, correction. I think we're getting there. This should be, you should be able to freeze this on only the time left to burn. I guess it doesn't have to be on the second, right? When you've been waiting 288 days. It's not like if you miss it by 1 second, you're screwed. I wouldn't presume. Two hours. Okay, now let's go into the flight again. Here we go. About to do the burn. Okay, got about 15 minutes left for this broadcast, so let's see. Tries to do another map view. Execute the next node. It'll now move to the burn node. Burn is in 1 hour and 20 minutes real time. So moving it into the correct attitude now once again. Slowly. Dancing. Probably the tallest rocket I've built this far. The pros are laughing at me. Okay, let's speed this up a little bit. No, I can't because it's all in motion. Come on. Should have put 2 reaction wheels, but then we'd have the struggle with the Delta V. And speaking of that, 3,356 left total. Let's see how much we'll get to. And I'm not really sure about the table, about the 5,540 meters per second, if that's the optimal, or it's the minimum, or... not sure. Perhaps the Hoffman transfer will make it less. Okay, there we are. Correct attitude. Speeding up. Here comes the burn. or something like that. It'll go back to real time, realign it. "45 minutes. "36 minutes. Got plenty of electrical power, that's good. Boy, this takes time. "14 minutes. Here comes the correction at 9 minutes. Got that beautiful glow from Kerbal. Okay, speeding up again. Still drifting. Wonder why it's drifting like that. Okay, aligning the final thing and burning. Here comes the burn. There we go. Standing by for the staging. They could be coming at the same time, all this staging. Still have to autocorrect. It's pretty interesting. It's swaying a little bit. Hope it's no big deal. Looks weird. Looks very weird. Where's the control? Hopefully it'll be better. We'll be able to compensate it when it goes to the staging. Because it's swaying like crazy right now. It's drifting. Okay, here comes the staging. Whoops! Whoa, I blew the tank. But that's okay. Hopefully got the delta V right. Well, you can see it's off. The prograde vector is off right now, so I'm not sure we did succeed, but let's see. Now we're on that trajectory. And we're gonna have to make some sort of mid-course correction here, of course. As we don't have any sort of, we don't have any flyby or anything. That's weird. Okay, we're gonna wait till we get past the Kerbal so that we're in the solar sphere of influence. Also looking at the radios, everything looks good. Communication. Past the minimus, we're now in solar. Okay. That's a 677 meters per second burn in 2 years and 205 days. So now we're gonna speed up time. At a 677 delta V, we got total 2,300, and 1,661 of those is what we'll actually use. So we've got another 1,000 meters per second delta V left after this. And that'll get us the closest approach of in 3 years and 131 days. And it'll be a approach of 47,922 kilometers, and that will be okay for a braking burn, I hope. So we're gonna save it. Let's call this Duna transfer. Okay. Tracking station. 10 more minutes, then I gotta shut this thing down. Here we see our long and extremely long traveling. Let's hope we got the distance on our communication working. Well, in between probably a couple of relay satellites, that would be the way to go, but that would have been very sad if we have to do that. I'm not sure of the range of the communication, but I've got some relay satellites up. Got one on Eve that could help us. And that's probes. Well, you can't see them if you don't. Well, got some relays out there at least. 1 year, 200 days. So let's make another trip around. That's our vessel. Here we are. Okay, almost only 1 more year to go. Like to see how the science on the science lab looks. Probably filled up by now. Less than a year to go. Checking at the 300-day mark. About now, so 640 on the day count here. I know there's an add-on for timing. You just put it on auto and you just put it on full, and it will fix the it'll stop the acceleration before you burn automatically. Here we go, coming up on the burn, so I can see it here, of course, and I'll be able to slow it down before we get there. Just 71 days. Slowing down. 16 days. Now, of course, I'll be able to use the mech jab will actually be able to use higher time warp now as we're far away from anything. So at about 2 days I'll go back to real time. Here we go. And control the ship. And execute the node. And then we're done for today after the burn. Execute next node. Now a lot faster, and we got very weak signal, but perhaps if we use both vehicle antennas, let's see if that helps. Yep, that does help. Let's see where we are. Speeding up now. Here we go. At the encounter will be about here somewhere. Here comes the burn. Just a 20-second burn for this. Here we go. So we got just a 28% signal strength using the both. When we do enter orbit and landing, of course, we want to have better signal strength. So it might just go into orbit, hopefully, and well, that's not a close approach. That's weird. An error occurred. Now, it didn't go as planned, really. Why, I don't understand. Anyway, that's it for right now. We'll have to get back to this the next time. So, that's it for this broadcast.